come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash at? They couldn't see me coming with binoculars, even if they did tell me.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Well, what a fun battle this should be. Washington and Dallas, traditional rivals, underway here on Thanksgiving Day. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice little juke. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. Gets this one to Hill. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962. They sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
On second down, this is Harris. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also
under pressure, and they got to him again. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Wilson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That swung out wide to Harris. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go now. First down, Washington.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Again, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now it's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Boye Mafe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. On first down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Darnell Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Cowboys 0. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Now the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Baylor Tigers.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball
ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Solid. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Harris will get about half halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Sheds him off at the 45. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, Justin Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
21. Ready.
Herbert back to the air. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On second down, it's Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They go play action with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that get...
It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll get 34 yards there. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's still on his feet. Inside the 20, Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Cowboys! Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are back within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Folk connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to McBride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. First and 10, Taylor now. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Herbert. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And give him a gain of 37. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down.
Set. 12. Baylor Tiger. 59. Hey, Ram.
Herbert off of play action. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Trey McBride, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Now Wilson changing the play. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. He gets it complete to Harris.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll punt it away for the second time.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 if people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Now Folk for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This is 1st and 10. Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And they run with Harris off the option. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Wilson to throw. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Pass complete to Harris. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Here's Wilson. Finding Washington. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throwing now is Wilson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Back to throw. This is caught.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Elliott now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Crowd right. Ready.
Herbert to throw.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on against the end, they'll kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath. And
it's intercepted. And running with power here. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football. Probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
John Franklin Myers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here now a 3rd and 20.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always...
I fell deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they finding out. I be taking straight losses, like what you crying about? I done put blood, sweat, and tears in what I'm dying about. Know it costs to live this life, boy, ain't no signing out. And max feel splurging. Living proof what you can have, keep working, okay? People let it talk, they say whatever. Opinions change just like the weather. I got a question for whoever. Who do it better? Who do it better? Who do it better?
This the king of crunk, sometimes they call me Lucifer. Talk about you do this and that, ain't none of that they're new to us. Acting like that you pop off, no damn well that you grew to us. Been in my own lane, carry you like that do the truck. Trend following, I'm surprised you just not catching up. It's my way or the highway, baby girl, I'm not a settler. Don't play with my kind, I'm out of my mind, I promise it get pitiful. They love me, I promise I do the bare minimum. My people, they say that I'm underrated, but it's crazy, I'm steady, they killing them. Can't ride a wave, I'm flipping them. Come up for some earth and I'm dipping them.
I'm so sick of all you. Weak, lame. Sick of being so man. It's dead for that, man. It's 2023. Maybe talk about, man. All they do is talk and talk and talk. I can really give up.
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, 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 still that way. Eastside Johnny, pull up with the mob, real John got it. Running from the bottom, blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. With big body, block, it'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of prize, that's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way, you ain't built that way. I been more in pain, way to broad day. Really short fuse, had a long day. Body like wow, like. You know I'm an Eastside, big TD, step a whole rep, that. Top dog since get, you give, rep, bet that. Real never switch that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, 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 still that way. Woo, woo, woo. This not a drill. Bucket of ice on me, how should I chill? Scope in your mouth, watch how I know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm built. Still in the trenches, we out in the field. If she in her bag, then it's Prada Chanel. The is fake, but she popping for real. Still that way. Run up if you feel that way. You can get this work, but the work don't ship, cause it really don't feel that way. Seen a whole lot of rapping and a whole lot of get like ice. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Talk to me nice.